Want to wish everybody a happy Easter, and figure I should probably say something about this or warn people about it, seeing that it is the resurrection day for the West. So to all the Western Christians, Christ is risen. This TV show that I kind of had hope for, a little mini-series thing, around this time you might see it, called Jesus Rise to Power. And some of the things in there are fairly accurate. And I started watching the second one where it talks about the martyrs. The second one's labeled the martyrs. And they talk about Rome's attitude towards Christians, and they're talking about Pliny talking about the Christians, Pliny and Trajan, the letter. They're gone back and forth. They say Rome seems to be very tolerant to Christianity, but the devil is in the details. Pliny talks about taking joy in torturing the Christians. It's not don't persecute them if they haven't committed any crimes. It's make sure they're a Christian and send them to Rome if they're a Roman citizen. They talk about persecuting two deaconesses, two slave women, and killing them. And then, oh, these people, you could just kill them, slaughter them. They do mention that the Roman gods must have been venerated and that the Christians aren't doing that, but at this time you can, well, I mean, go read it for yourself. I mean, I have it up here, the slaughter of the Christians, persecution of the Christians under Rome, Tacitus and Pliny. Go read them and see if they're very tolerant. They don't even view the life of Christian children and Christian women and the elderly. They view them less than a life of cattle. As if the Romans had any compunction about killing people. The Romans were tolerant. Really, they ripped down the temple. They weren't tolerant. Really, they were tolerant in the fact that they were pagans, that you could worship any of the gods that you wanted, but you still had to worship the Roman gods. How do we know that the Romans didn't value Stonehenge? Because they would have torn the thing down and put up a temple of Minerva or Jupiter or Mars in its place. They tore down the temple. They oh, you find this place sacred? All right, we're gonna Romanize it. I mean, how tolerant were the Romans towards the Celts? Yes, they were tolerant as long as you worship their gods as well. Now, in case of any of you don't know, go ask any of your Christian friends how much how acceptable it is for a devout Christian to burn incense to Jupiter or Mars. Or even with these generations, the Mars, the god of the Roman army that butchered the people within Jerusalem in AD 70 and again in 135. Tolerant of gods, yes, but not tolerant of people. And if your religion was exclusive, like if you had this crazy idea of monotheism, that there was only one god, you're screwed. Or if you didn't recognize the emperor as a god. Now, there were people who didn't recognize the emperor as a god, but you still had to play nice. You still had to burn incense. Go read Pliny, the exchange between Pliny and Trajan, or even just the excerpts from it, and tell me if you see anything where they're I mean, they act as in this documentary as if all Christians were just acceptable, but they just had to burn incense. No, it was you torture them first. Trajan seems less bloodthirsty than Pliny, but Pliny and Tacitus, check out what they said. And I mean, you could go. On a day that Christ is risen, we should have joy in that. We should also recognize the resurrection of the martyrs, too. Because remember, we look at the resurrection, but we're looking forward to the resurrection. Yeah, events that happened in the past, we look forward to in the future. That's why when people say, "Oh, those mystic Christians," as if Christianity isn't saturated with mysticism to its very core. Now, the person I tried calling you the other day, I haven't been on here for. I will get back to all of your videos. Everybody who sent me, you sent me a lot of videos and questions, and you get back to those. But to the one person I tried calling yesterday, I will try calling you tonight as well. Take it easy. Peace to you. May God save Serbia, Syria, and Ireland. And for the West, have a blessed Pascha. It's your Pascha. Remember, it's not Easter. It's the Passover. We are passed over. What hell do you have to fear if Christ is risen? This is the good news. Take it easy. Peace to you.